All right. Okay. So
Hey,
here we got
is that Parminder?
and Praminder.
Yes. Hello.
Hey,
Is
Praminder.
Are
Welcome.
you Kings also? Was that you?
Yes.
Great. Yeah, I have a
Hi
bunch of
there.
different accounts and names, and it's fine.
Yeah.
So, uh, Parminder, can you remind me what your background is? Maybe quick, since I'm new
Yeah.
to.
I think I joined your channel yesterday. I gave a brief, short introduction. I'm an ex-Makers Academy student. I did
Great.
the boot camp a while ago, and um, um, so basically covered. I think it's the same syllabus as what's the other boot camp called? The one that.
Make
Craft
Craft
Academy.
Academy.
Yeah, I think it's very similar to that. So I did Ruby, JavaScript, Angular, all that stuff, and I took a bit of a break, but I'm coming back now. I've done a bit of JavaScript, and yeah, that's my background in terms of coding.
Great. So, Laura and I were just talking about the project in general. One of the things that is blocking all of us is Susanna. She's the, like Laura
Project
said,
manager.
she's driving the project.
Client lead.
Her availability is limited.
Okay.
So we were just talking about different ways to address that. And then, as a little bit of an aside, I was telling Laura that I'm new to Agile Adventures. I've been programming since the
Long
80s. I'm that old.
All right.
Fantastic. I love it.
And so I don't typically, when I join a project, a situation, I kind of hang back and get a feel for who does what, and I don't want to come in and just step on anybody's toes, but I'm happy to help drive this kind of project management stuff
Mm.
and be a mentor. So we can just work together
Yeah.
on that. And if anyway, if I'm stepping on anybody's toes, if anybody wants me to back off or anybody says no, 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 that's something I want to try and do, just tell me.
Yeah.
So
Well, no, I think it's great, actually. I mean, I think it's great to have you aboard. I was actually speaking to a guy by the name of Raul,
right,
who's part of our Agile Ventures. He was actually one of our teachers at Craft Academy. And I was telling him what an asset you are to have to the team, and you've helped us set up like just the basics already, which is great because I mean I'm just as junior. I've been out of the boot camp now for nearly 2 months, so I'm also still in a bit of a learning phase.
great.
I, yeah, so I've really enjoyed the Scrum side, and I'm going to do my Scrum certification next year. So but I still want to code as well. I do have a
Right.
bit of my time is also a bit limited as I do run my own business. So I kind of give it about an hour or 2 hours a day to code. It just depends.
That's, I think that's great. So yeah, to take advantage of the momentum, I can think of I'll write up some tasks, some user stories,
Okay.
because to me, this seems like a very basic, very kind of typical application,
Yeah.
tracking numbers, all of that kind of stuff. So I think it would be easy to do some user stories that are going to be pretty close.
Mm. Yeah, that would be great. I mean, there are some user stories that we had put up there in
Right,
terms of what Susanna said was quite the most important
right,
to get up first, which was the admin section and the members sign up and members payment feature.
right.
So those were the three main tasks. I know that she wanted to do the designs on the actual
Yeah,
site because she is
on the
actually a
UI.
web designer. She is a web designer. So
Excellent.
I'm also,
Excellent.
I'm also a web designer, so that's fine. So if she does fall short, then I'll try to jump in where possible.
Well, great. Then I think it will be pretty straightforward to, you know, do a first attempt at doing some basic membership stuff. And then you can, it should be pretty easy to separate the tasks, to separate the responsibilities so that it can be styled in different ways.
Yeah, no, that's great. So your question was that you were still learning about how Agile, or trying to understand the Agile Ventures flow.
Right.
Is that right?
Right. Yeah, I'm familiar with Agile. In fact, Kent Beck came out of Smalltalk, which is what I did the most. And so I'm really familiar with him and watching that. But right, just the culture of how things work. And so I'm also working with Sam in general to start getting the information about how to start a project, you know, all that infrastructure information together so that when a new project starts, people understand this is how it can go. This is how you join a Scrum. All that stuff is already documented for everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, which I still haven't read.
Yeah, it's really scattered around, and so that's what we'll be working on.
Yeah, okay, great. Okay, so just from our side on this project, I don't know if you want to go through some of the chores that have been done and that we can accept.
Right, so who should accept something in pivotal in, you know, the tasks that we're using?
Okay, so I know that we only accepted one in our Scrum meetings. So
great.
We can't just accept it when we're done or finish or click finish once we're done. We have to click finish when we have one of our Scrum meetings, and then we all agree once the pull request is done. I think then we click accept.
All right. So there's
sorry. Then we click accept, and then I think accepted, and then we click deliver. If I'm correct, I'm about 90% sure that's the process.
Okay, so that's something hold on, I'm working with too many screens. All right, so I'm going to type this in chat. We need to clarify the acceptance process.
Yeah, which I think is on Agile Ventures site somewhere.
Right, somewhere. So, Laura, do you think that's something you can search for and figure out?
Yeah, sure.
And then we can just try, you know, set a process and go with it. If it doesn't work, we'll adjust.
Well, I'll even talk to Sam about it, because I think, you know, it's his process flow that we need to follow for Agile Ventures. So after this, I'll just quickly I'll just Slack him and say, is this process right? And I'm sure he'll just correct me where it needs to be corrected or point me in the right direction on his site. I think that will help. And then, yeah, I'll share it with us.
So I would suggest, and that's all it is, suggestion, that you write a quick little chore, and that the second part of that chore is to get that documentation on one of the project pages. Okay. Doesn't have to be anything more than a couple bullets.
Yeah.
And that way, new people coming into the project can see really clearly this is the process.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Perfect. All right, I'll write a chore for that.
Yeah, or you can just do it, whatever you feel is right, obviously. But as you can see, I'm big on documentation, particularly.
I think, which is a good thing, because I work on the Met Plus project and I work on local support, but just in terms of going to Met Plus, it's very well documented. So for onboarding new members,
great. And just
that kind
copy
of
and
stuff.
paste.
So I think it's good. Yeah,
Or,
definitely. I like
or
that.
just, you know, or what might be better is to just put a one-line description and link to their page. And then as Sam and I and whoever else gathers this for Agile Ventures as a whole,
Yeah.
we just have one copy, but great.
Yeah, I'm just gonna put the onboarding. I'm just gonna quickly write that. So that's fine. I think that's a good one. Okay, great. So I'll look into that and get that sorted out.
Okay, so I'll look at the existing tasks and
excuse me.
Either add new ones or take the existing ones and scope out some basic some tasks around creating members and that kind of thing, so that people can start going.
I know that there were 3 different user types, so I'll can just find out from Susanna what the 3 different member types, user types were, because I know that there was an admin and then a member sign up, and then there's somebody else.
So with members, there's a fully certified she calls it stamped. So a member that's been certified as using ethical methods.
Okay.
And then there's another member who's just a member of the organization but has not yet been certified. That's my understanding. And that, she's mentioned there might be others. So Kings do you go, what do you go by? Parminder or Kings?
Parminder. That's my name. I logged in with the wrong account. Are you still seeing Kings on there?
No. But I just
right.
Want to make sure what we must call you.
Okay. No. I logged in with the wrong account. So
that's fine. I have.
I've been listening to you guys. I just wanted to ask because this is my first project as well.
Right.
How does it work in terms of pair programming? I mean, what exactly happens? I think, Lara, you've experienced that, right?
Yeah, Laura, you go ahead.
Okay. So because we're all on different time zones, sometimes it can be a bit difficult. So if you, what time is it there by you now, Amanda?
Right now here it is 16:21.
16. Oh, same as me. All right. Okay, great. So
where are you based?
South Africa.
Oh yeah, of course. Then yeah, it would be the same. UK time, GMT time.
That's it. So
so
how it works is if you're working on a feature and you see somebody's online, then just Slack them and see if you can pair program with them, especially on if you've picked a feature to work on and you want to get somebody to help you or just go through it, then I'll show you now. I'll just share my screen. Can you see my screen?
yeah, it looks like looking through a mirror or something.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Okay, so there's been a bit of issues now with with YouTube and Google Hangouts changing a whole lot of stuff. So in terms of setting up a pair programming session. So there's another guy, Segu, that I pair program a bit, not on this project with, but what I do is I just Slack him and say, do you have availability this week to pair program? And then we kind of set up a time. And then what you've got to do is I'll post this link on how to set up a Hangout.
No, sorry, I've done pair programming before. I just wanted to know how it worked in Agile Ventures, but it's
this is what I'm showing you, because you need to put it out there on Agile Ventures. You don't just pair up with somebody, because you have to record each session.
Wow. So it has to be recorded live every single session.
every single session, because then it gets
Wow.
documented in it gets documented in the actual project itself.
So it's okay. So anyone can view it later if they wanted to.
Yeah. So if you, which is
Right.
great, because then somebody, if they're solve an issue, I mean, if they Google it one day, let's say,
Yeah.
then you know, Agile Ventures will come up, and they'll be able to watch that solution.
So
just now, hopefully the other one will pop up just now once we finished. So these will all list under the videos page on the project.
right. So one, I know that just the Agile Venture site there, because Google Hangouts has changed some of their API and what they do, so they're having some trouble getting links and that kind of thing. So right at this moment, it's not super smooth.
Yeah, but, so the process is that you start the, if you look at my screen, you're on Hangouts on Air, you follow this process. Then what you do is you set up the event under upcoming events. Internet's a bit slow here. Because they fixed this yesterday. They just did a quick solution. Sorry, we've got a bit of bad weather here, so it's a bit slow. Oh, no.
So I'm going to have to leave in just a sec. Okay. Might I suggest also if you could do pair programming without recording it?
Yeah, that's what I was going to suggest as well.
Just to kind of get started, and then come back and record a summary and maybe kind of step through what you did.
I wouldn't. I'm going to say no to that, because like now we're recording live.
Right.
Sorry, there's obviously an internal error.
That's
but
right.
The process is to go to events, set up a new session that either says Scrum or pairing, and then you copy the link from the YouTube, from the Hangout Live that's been set up, and you paste it in there, and you then click the submit button, and it posts it on Slack. And then that's just the quick fix for now.
So my suggestion, I'm totally with you, Laura. My suggestion was just that if you are new to a project or you haven't done recorded pair programming and are uncomfortable, my suggestion is that it's okay to try it once without recording it.
Yeah.
And then go back and record an event with you and whoever you've paired up with, and step through what you did, what your issues were, so that you do have the documentation of, this is what we did and why we did it.
Okay, so my question to that is then how do you post it? Because
well, you're gonna do it twice. Once the first time you pair program, just so you can get comfortable with it.
Yeah.
And then you come back and then you do it again and record it and go through that process that you just explained. But since you've already accomplished the task, what you want to do is record exactly what you did, the issues, why you solve things, so that it is documented. It's just so that you have a practice session first.
No, that's fine. Perfect. Happy with that.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay, I've got to step out. Is there anything else I can?
Okay, so maybe tomorrow, I don't know if you're around, if we can then just go and just finish up on some things that have been
worked on
and that we need to finish and accept, and so that we can move on. Because
Yeah.
a lot of these things are blocking us. So
Right.
So just slap me tomorrow when you've got some time, and then we can set up a session. And
Yeah, I'll do it. I'll either do it really quickly right now, or soon, because and then we can coordinate. Because yeah, our time zones. It's just Tuesday morning here for me.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
So,
When you're ready, it's like,
but yeah,
let's do it tomorrow. If I'm online later, we can do it later, and you've got time. Otherwise,
perfect.
tomorrow is another day.
Yeah, but soon.
Yeah, very soon.
Great.
Great.
Okay, I'll see you guys whenever we
Great.
can next.
Thanks, Ashley. Appreciate your
And
time.
yeah, take care.
Take care.
Hey, see you, Ashley.
Just stop screening. Okay, so Praminda, did you fork the
Not yet.
repo
I
down
could.
to?
I'll do that. Do you want me to do it now?
Yeah,
I
sure.
can do it. I can do it later, actually, if you want to discuss. Because I'm in the same position as Ashley. She's a more experienced coder.
Yeah,
So
but that's fine. I mean, we can do it together if you want to. Then we can just get you set up and ready. Or if you want to do it on your own, then that's fine too.
I'm familiar with the process. I can do that. It's not a problem.
Okay.
But just touching on the point that Ashley made regarding live recordings, just for the initial first few, if I am pair programming, do you mind if they're not live? I just want to get used to it, and I might, I'm a bit more conscious of just getting up to speed. So is that okay?
No, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay.
I think if you're setting up the pair programming, then
Yep.
we won't record. But I think if one of us or one of the other members who is familiar, they'll set it up the proper way and record. And it's all a process, so that's fine. Whatever you feel comfortable with, it's. And even if you want to do a pair programming, a pairing session to set up your first live recording, I'm happy to walk you through that as well. Just so because I remember I did this 4 weeks ago and I was nervous as hell and like didn't know what was going on. So, this is probably only my third live recording. So, if you want to
Yeah.
set it up with me just to get comfortable, I'm happy to do that as well.
Okay, I'm happy to do that as well.
Okay, great. So when you're ready, just Thursday, I've got a bit of a crazy day, but tomorrow I'm around and Friday I am around.
Tomorrow is Thursday is not great for me either, but tomorrow, tell me, you can send me a Slack. I'm pretty much free around about in the morning, or what time are you free?
Well, I'm normally around from about 7 o'clock in the morning.
Really? Oh, wow, that's early.
No, that's fine. I know our seasons are a bit different at the moment because we're going into summer, so that's the only reason I'm up early. But yeah, let's see. I'll see if you're online, and we can take it from there.
Yeah, yeah, we can definitely do this.
Yeah, we'll see what time. Whenever you come online, we'll see where we're at.
Yeah, I think I should be free around. I do have something planned in the morning, but I normally wake up a bit later than 7. So let's say, for me, probably the likelihood is around about 10ish in the morning. Maybe that's a bit late for you.
11, 12.
10. Yeah, that's all cool.
Okay.
And then it'll be good just to have a pair session with someone who's up to speed and has been programming recently. That you mentioned that you completed the code camp, so
Yeah, so I'm
you're
still
up
very
to date.
junior. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
still junior, but so I'm still learning and still figuring stuff out. But I do understand how agile ventures works. So
Right. Did you, just out of curiosity, I'm assuming that the syllabus for your code camp was similar to mine, because I think the academies are very
yeah,
similar.
yeah. So
They're linked.
Thomas was actually part of
Maker's
Mark.
Yeah.
Maker's Mark. He was part of that,
Yeah.
and part of it with Sam. And so he then decided to go on his own. And so, yeah, the syllabus is very, very similar.
Very good. Yeah, that sounds. Did you happen to do? I think I remember doing on the course Yelp. Did you do that as well on yours? Just to see if
No, we
it's
didn't do
if the,
Yelp.
no, you didn't.
Yeah.
There was also battleships. Did you do anything like that?
No.
No. I'm mentioning these because these are some of the
Apps.
core like we spent a week on a particular subject. So for example, Sinatra was something that we spent a week on,
Yeah,
the
we did
framework.
also. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and with Sinatra we wrote a battleships program
Okay,
app.
great.
And for when we were doing the Rails app, we did a Yelp.
Okay,
Uh,
great.
you know what Yelp is, right? We did a
It's a
clone of that.
messaging. It's
Yeah,
like a messaging. Yeah. We did. We just did we did a messaging app, but we didn't call it Yelp. But yeah.
yeah. I did for my weekend project. I did a Chitter, which is a clone of Twitter,
Okay.
and there was a clone of I remember bowling challenge. There was a couple, but I was just curious to see if your boot camp, because there's so much commonality, if it took the same challenges.
Yeah. Well, we
I'm
built
just
different
curious.
apps. I mean, yeah. No.
Yeah,
No. Sure. I mean, we built. We did FizzBuzz.
yeah, of course, everyone
We
does
built.
that.
Yeah. We built a restaurant app. We built some of the stuff we didn't get to complete though. We still actually building an app for a conference center where people can come in and book rooms. So that project's ongoing. So I jump in there just to because it's a live project. It's a
Right,
lot of
right.
JavaScript, but learning from
Okay,
that. So it's not part of Agile. It's more part of Craft Academy.
okay.
Yeah, so and we got to build our own portfolios. So we used Hamel, we learned Hamel, we learned Sinatra, we learned Jasmine, things like that. So
SAS, Ian SAS.
yeah, we did SAS. But I know SAS. I'm a front end designer and developer, so I know SAS quite well,
Okay, brilliant.
and HTML quite well. But I still getting comfortable with Hamel.
Yeah,
JavaScript is not my core strength, but I did enjoy it.
yeah. I've been doing quite a lot of JavaScript lately.
Okay.
That I
And what are
think
you finding that you're leaning to more the
I'm
most?
more I'm more. It's just that I've got more experience with the back end. I'm more when even I like coding more than the front end aspect, I would say.
Me too.
But if I was to work on this project, I would have a bias towards front end just to give myself more experience in that area. That's all. Just so
Okay.
even though I'm more, I think I'm more adept at coding back end and hard logical coding, and um, writing the
Okay.
algorithms and all that sort of stuff.
Okay, perfect. But to jump into any of the other projects as well is also a good thing because there are a lot of seniors around that you can pair program with. So Med Plus is quite a nice project that I'm working on. Um, it's already I mean, it's been going for a long time, but we have a great Scrum Master, Patrick, there as well, which, I mean, I've learned a lot from him in the past, how many weeks I've been with Agile? 4 weeks now. So that's also a good project to jump in on and also to get some pair programming done because Patrick actually pair programs with you as well.
Okay.
So if that's something, just if you're finding that this project is too slow for you, because I was just saying to Ashley, I'm a bit worried about that. Then jump into MedPlus or local support. Those two that I'm in, I know are very active. Yeah. So, and yeah, and you just, I mean, I did the SEO for local support, and just, I mean, I know SEO backwards, but just because it was a different method, it took me 4 weeks to do, and there's no pressure to deliver, but you learn a lot, and I learned a lot. And in Met Plus, I had to do a download a document, which has now taken me 6 weeks. But it's also because I can't be on it all the time. But I mean, the downloaded document was quite a process, but I learned a lot. So, and I did a lot of pair programming, like your pair program with Sam or your pair program with with Patrick. So, yeah.
Okay. All right. I think
And try be in the other scrum, which is at 12:30
tomorrow.
every single day. It's called the Martin Fowler Scrum.
Okay. I will go then.
Where, yeah, so there's Sam, Patrick, myself, and a few others where we talk about MedPlus,
Okay.
and local support and just what we've been working on. And then we also do pairing sessions in those so that you can, just get comfortable and see how we do it.
Okay. Yeah.
So,
All right. I will do that. I will do that. I'll pop in and just to see. I obviously being with makers. I doing the course. I have experience with pair programming, extensive experience. It's all pair programming when you're doing
no,
the
sure,
course.
same, yeah,
So
same as craft.
so it's just to. It's been a while since I've done pair. I just want to get into the
Yeah,
groove of it again. Um,
okay.
and I have to. I'm on my Windows computer right now, so I'm gonna have to. And on Windows, I don't, I did no coding at all. You can't.
Another,
It's very
yeah,
difficult. So I have to go on my Linux computer. Um,
okay.
and actually, it's quite funny. When I contacted, well, Sam contacted me last week about this, and I was planning to get a MacBook, and I
Okay.
was hoping the new MacBooks to get one of the new ones, but I'm not really happy about the prices.
No, no one's
So
happy
I'm gonna
about the
stick with my Linux.
prices.
Yeah, so I'm gonna stick with my Linux.
Don't worry.
Yeah, so I'll
I'm on
hopefully.
Ubuntu. I've stuck to it.
Yeah, Ubuntu. Well, I was on. I was on the Lint Linux,
Okay.
which is pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah. I've just got a virtual machine running on my Windows laptop, so which helps and does the trick, and has actually put me off Windows. So,
Okay.
but that's fine. Just shout when you've got time, and I will say yes, I can join you, or no, I can't. But definitely be in our 12:30
Okay.
scrum tomorrow.
But you mentioned you're here earlier, right? So if I'm maybe 11ish or something,
Yeah.
if I comment,
Yeah.
if you send you a comment,
Yeah.
and I will definitely be here. Okay,
Okay.
brilliant. Okay, thank you so much.
Great.
Cheers. I look
Thank you.
forward to it. Thank you. Bye.
Thanks, Melinda. Have a good evening. Ciao.